One simple girl from a village of Maharashtra. She was named as a Chindi, meaning a tattered, useless piece of a cloth. Since childhood, she had a great desire to go to schools, but her surrounding never supported her. She would look after a small herd of buffaloes. When buffaloes would get into the pond for drinking purpose, she would escape for the schools. But alas, school teachers would beat her because of her delayed arrivals. Like that, she completed her fourth grade. Her childhood got over when she was just 10 years old. She was married to a 30 years old guy. Her jealous husband would throw every page she read because he didn't know how to read. She had three sons and she was pregnant for the fourth time. Once she comes to know that there is a mafia member who is troubling, abusing villagers, especially ladies. So she complains about him to a district collector. But that mafia member tells her husband and fools him by saying that she is carrying her child. Her husband becomes ferocious. He beats her a lot, kicks her at her stomach, and takes her to a cowshed so that people will think she is trampled to death. One cow takes pity on her, stood over her to protect. By that time, one baby girl is born. Villagers also got gathered there. But that cow didn't allow anyone to touch any one of them. She embraces the cow and with gratefulness she says, "As you have become my mother, I promise you that I will become mine for others." She was rejected by her parents' home, her in-laws' home, so she spent her days and nights in the riverside crematorium. She was badly broken within. Many a time she contemplated suicide. Once she decided to give up her life along with her daughter over the railway platforms. But that time she hears a dying man's cry. He was crying for food and water. She gives him food and water, and surprisingly that man survives. She connected the cry of the dying man with the voice of God. Instead of giving her life for nothing, she could use for something who is in need, which is everything. Along with the daughter, she started to take care of the orphan children. She knew singing. She loved to sing bhajans, prayers, so she sang. She begged for all of them over the railway platforms. Slowly, the number of children increased. Some pious people started to giving their help. She was given a simple structure where she could give a common roof, common shelter to all those lucky children. She did not keep her daughter with herself. She kept her at the house of a well-known relative. She says that motherly love can deceive you anytime. It may happen that sometimes you feed your child but not others' child. So in order to avoid that motherly partiality, she kept her daughter away. And her daughter also understood the heart of mother. She supported her. It was a very mature understanding. After all, she was the one who was born under the holy cow from a holy mother. She gave her genuine motherly love, compassion, affection, feeling of belongingness, and education to all the other children. Many of them have become successful. Some of them are doctors, nurses, engineers, farmers, lawyers, and so on. Chindi becomes Sindhutai. Sindhu means extremely big and generous heart. When her work was well known to the world, her all the three biological sons returns to her. Her wayward husband also returns to her. And she accepts him, but not as a husband, but as a eldest son. Her relatives who had rejected her are waiting to see her. One lady is doing PhD on Sindhutai. Her one of the literature work is a syllabus in a Karnataka school who was merely 4th grade pass. She was invited for the speech in United States, and after that soon one movie was released. She receives more than 500 awards and she has been invited in more than 15 countries. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj says in his Journey Within book that he met Sindhutai in 2013, and that time both of them shared each other's realizations. And when they got up at the end of their conversation, Sindhutai pointed out one very effulgent, energetic, beautiful woman. Sindhutai said she is one of my daughter and has become a medical doctor now and oversees one of the orphanage. With tears in her eyes, smilingly she added, she was the one who was born under the cow.